When people talk about Africa, they talk about poverty, unemployment, and instability. But there's something they ignore, something powerful. Africa is one of the most resilient, adaptable, and entrepreneurial informal economies on earth. And if you understand how it works, you understand the continent. In this video, I will explain what the informal economy is, why it employs most Africans, and how it keeps entire nations functioning even in tough times, and what streetwise lessons you can learn from it as an investor, entrepreneur, or diaspora. So, welcome back to Streetwise Economics. I'm your host, Isaac Jonas, breaking down global economics in simple, practical language. If you enjoy learning about how real people survive and thrive in rough economies, subscribe and join the Streetwise family. And just as a disclaimer, this video is for educational and not financial advice. So let's talk about what is the informal economy. Most people misunderstand the informal economy. They think it means illegal activities. It doesn't. The informal sector is simply economic activity that is not registered, not regulated, and not taxed. But it is absolutely legitimate and crucial. Examples include vendors selling fruits, small backyard tailoring shops, combi drivers, street barbers, flea market stores, private tutors, small food outlets, retail shops, domestic workers. These people may not have the formal business licenses, but they save millions. The World Bank estimates that sub Saharan Africa has an informal sector that contributes over 60% of the gross domestic product in some countries. So it's not a sideshow, it is an economy. It is the economy. Why is it that 80% of Africans, according to these statistics, survive through informal work? Here is the truth. The formal economy cannot absorb everyone. Why? One, high barrier to entry. Starting a registered business often requires licenses, taxes, compliance rules, expensive paperwork. Most people can't afford that. Two, informal jobs are limited. Governments can't hire everyone. Corporations can't hire everyone. So people create their own jobs. Three, informal systems adjust fast. When fuel prices rise, when currency changes, when crisis hits, the informal sector reacts instantly. It's always in dynamic equilibrium, as we call it in economics. So formal companies may struggle, informal businesses evolve overnight. The agility is an economic strength. Why is the informal sector Africa's economic backbone? Let me give you a practical example. When Zimbabwe's economy struggled in 2000, formal jobs collapsed, but people didn't just sit and starve. They adapted. Markets grew, tax shops multiplied, transport systems became privately managed. Women started cooking and selling food. Men repaired cars from home. And even now, women also can repair cars and also do some jobs that were usually done predominantly by men. So youth sold airtime and phones. It wasn't chaos, it was economic innovation under pressure. So the informal sector feeds families, pays school fees, stabilizes communities, circulates money quickly, provides jobs almost instantly, and keeps the economy alive when government structures failed. This is entrepreneurship on a massive scale. What are the hidden strengths of the informal economies? Number one, flexibility. If you sell tomatoes and demand drops, tomorrow you can just switch to selling onions. Low cost, high survival, no rent, no human resources department, no corporate structure. This keeps these businesses alive even in downturns. Three, fast innovation. Informal businesses test ideas quickly. They are disruptive. If something works, others copy it immediately. This creates innovation through competition. Strength number four is strong community ties. Vendors help each other. Combi drivers share routes. People borrow stock on credit. The system operates on trust. Trust is currency. So, what are the real challenges? Of course, the informal sector has issues: no health insurance, no retirement, no legal protection, vulnerable to police harassment. I was in Zimbabwe in September and I saw the municipal police harassing vendors on the street in downtown Harare. And most of these informal sector setup, they cannot easily scale up. No financial records for loans, but instead of judging it, we must understand why it exists and how to improve it. So, what are the lessons you can learn? Even if you live in Canada, the UK, or the US, you can learn from Africa's informal economy. Start small, adapt quickly, keep overhead low, build community relationships, diversify income streams, and solve real problems. The informal sector is not chaos, it's survival engineered through creativity. If you love practical explanations of African and global economies, subscribe and join Streetwise community. For coaching and tools, visit www.streetwiseeconomics.com. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.